Alright, welcome back everybody to It Could Happen to You. This is part 3. Yesterday I didn't stream because I had a tooth pulled and I couldn't talk. So here we are, pain-free, ready to go. You were a bit tired, so you quickly fell asleep. Your dream was interrupted by an unfamiliar, disgusting scent in the air, whose source you couldn't identify. A few minutes after, the smell was gone. Okay. Same as last time. I'm not going back to bed. We're leaving. The hotel lady looked at you, quite concerned. Listen, I don't want to scare you or anything, but it's best to stay close to the hotel at night. There have been all sorts of rumors lately. Trust me, you don't want to be caught there alone. Perhaps I could ask her if she saw the person that left me the note. Excuse me, do you know who left me this note? You showed her the piece of paper, confused. Well, that's definitely interesting. I didn't see anyone come in, but maybe they did it while I was smoking outside. But if I had to guess, I'd say this is just a prank from the local kids trying to scare you from their own amusement. I'll let you know if I see them around. Okay. What am I supposed to be doing right now? Holy crap, I haven't, saved at all. I didn't know that's how you did it. I'm glad I frickin' did. What's this? Okay. That goes back in the hotel. Where does this take me? Doctor, lighthouse. Let's see if there's anything going on out here first, and then we'll go to the doctor. The lighthouse was undoubtedly quite old, but it was in decent shape. Some parts seemed more recent than others, so you assumed it had been taken good care of. The lights were on, illuminating parts of the sea with a regular pattern. It seemed it was marking to nearby ships the location of a reef that was barely visible. The locks on the door were rusty, and there were spiderwebs on the frame, pointing out that it hadn't been opened for quite a while. So I guess the lighthouse system is controlled remotely. The door was locked, and you couldn't open it no matter how hard you tried to. Well, can't do anything with the lighthouse then. In front of the doctor's office, there was a young girl wearing the uniform of a famous university. She kept staring at you from the distance with a mixture of mistrust and concern in her eyes. What girl? Oh, this one. Ah, I'm glad that you've decided to come. To be honest, I had my doubts on if you wouldn't take my note as one kind of a childish prank. I'm Leah. I grew in this town, but these days I'm studying abroad. I've heard that you've been digging about Jorge, that boy who reappeared after years of being missing. Is that why the doctor was screaming to you at his office? Am I right? Back on the day, I was very good friends with Jorge, so I've been trying to investigate on my own, and as you may have deducted already, there's something off about his sudden reappearance. It goes way deeper than just the unexplainable phenomena that started happening after he returned. That's why I need your help, to get the proof to understand what's really going on with him. A proof? What do you need? Other than his father, the first person that saw Jorge after his reappearance was the doctor. Even more, he did run a complete... Oh, dang it, I didn't want to... So, to learn more about what's going on, the doctor's files on Jorge are the key. Okay. There we go. Can't you just ask him to show you the files? Don't you think I've already tried? He freaked out as soon as I suggested the idea. He doesn't even allow me to get in his office now, which means that he's hiding the files there. A friend of mine tried to help me. He wasn't able to get the files, but he learned something before being kicked out from the doctor's office. He saw a USB drive that said, "Santos, the doctor must be keeping the files in there. Bring me that USB and we'll know what's going on with Jorge, if he's even him to start with. And after we've taken a look at it, you can return it to him like nothing has happened." I know I'm asking you a big favor, and you must be having many questions still unanswered. Ask me whatever else you wish to know. Why did you send me a note? Oh, that? I'm sorry about all the drama and secretism, but my parents warned me against talking with you. If they learned that you're helping me, I'd be grounded until it was time to go back to college. Ever since Jorge came back, they're completely paranoid. Ask me whatever else you wish to know. Why are you so mistrusting about Jorge? Well, despite the fact that we were very close, he never tried to reach out to me in all these years. Nobody has a clue of where he lived or what he did or the location of his mother. And on top of that, it's been more than 5 years and he looks exactly the same as the last day I saw him. It's as if someone else had copied his looks from 5 years ago and he's trying to fool us all. I know, it's a silly thought. What do you need that USB for? From what I've discovered, he did a complete medical examination of Jorge right after he was found. So if there was anything out of the ordinary about him, it will be in the files stored there. Bring me that USB and we'll know what's going on with Jorge, if he's even him to start with. And after we've taken a look at it, we can return it to him. Any tips on how to get it? I'm fairly sure that he would be keeping something like that in his office, so he can watch it closely. You should be able to get there if you go as a patient. Then you'll have to find a way to distract him and search for the USB while he's not looking. I'll come back soon with the USB. Good, we can meet again here at night. The window of my room points here, so I'll come here if I see you approaching. After wishing you good luck, she walked away. He's not taking his job too seriously. Okay, so if it's locked, how do I get there? I guess we'll go back here. And we'll sleep till the morning. Sleep until tomorrow, because there's nothing else I can do. It wasn't easy to get relaxed because you couldn't get rid of the sensation that someone was watching you from the cracks in the walls. Luckily, eventually you were able to sleep. You woke up tired, as if you hadn't rested at all. Perhaps it had something to do with the unhealthy smell in the air. Hello there. What, do you have something to tell me? Anyway. Nope, nothing new. See ya. Now I'm gonna leave and go to the doctor's office. Okay. Somehow, I just knew you were going to come here to bother me again. Make it fast, whatever it is that you want. I was wondering when you dared to talk instead of just staring at me. So how can I help you? I'm not feeling well. Aha! Could you describe the symptoms you're experiencing? I feel very weak. Could it be anemia? Yes, I see in your face that the vitamins I gave you have done nothing. Have you been under a lot of pressure lately, or perhaps doing some extenuating effort? You need to stop and take a rest, otherwise you will be getting weaker and weaker. Wait here while I get some more vitamins for you. You saw the doctor leave a room and go somewhere else upstairs. I should search for that USB drive before he comes back. He quickly went through the drawers of his desk, which were filled with regular-looking medical files. Then he noticed something lying on the table. This must be it. It has the family name that the girl mentioned. But why did the doctor have it just lying there? Maybe he's been adding new information lately? You quickly hid the USB in your pocket. That's when the doctor came back. Oh, sorry for the delay. I wasn't sure where I had placed this. It should be right what you need. Take them, sleep well, and you'll feel better tomorrow. I placed the medicines next to the USB. Alright, I'm leaving. I got what I came for. I've got the USB. Now I should meet the girl and give it to her. Okay. Should I talk to the reporter, journalist dude? Oh, he's not there now. Interesting. We just need to go to sleep till nighttime and then go back to the doctor's office to meet that girl. Sleep until dark. You closed your eyes for what seemed just a second. When you woke up, you heard something like a big bird flying away outside. There were strange marks on the window, as if something had been scratching it while you were sleeping. Oh, great. Okay. The hotel lady looked at you quite concerned. Listen, I don't want to scare you or anything. Yeah, you say that every time I try and go outside. Goodbye. There was a familiar face with Leah waiting for you. Good night, friend. So you're her mysterious ally? When Leah told me that somebody was helping her to get our hands on the files, my instincts told me it would be none other than you. Then Leah approached you, evidently hoping to get some good news. You've been able to get that USB, right? Wait, what is he doing here? What have I done? So have such a mistrust of me all of a sudden? I'm just trying to uncover the truth, same as you. I met him shortly after he came to the town, and since we both had an interest in Jorge Santos, we decided to team up. Who do you think told her about that USB? Sorry, I didn't tell you before, but I wasn't aware if I could trust you. I hope with that out of the way, we can focus on what is important. Do you have the USB? You took the drive out of your pocket and handed it over to them. The man pulled out a small laptop from his suitcase and plugged in the USB. He and the girl quickly scrolled through its contents, finally settling in one particular document. Wait, what the hell is this? File says it was created 5 years ago. No, this can't be right. You rushed to take a look, and although you couldn't make out all the details, you instantly recognized what it was. An autopsy report of Jorge Santos. But how is that possible? I don't know how to make, not many, any sense out of this. But here it says that both the boy and his mother died in a car accident 5 years ago. And nobody in the town knew about their deaths. The authorities told everyone that they had went missing. They can't hide something like this. And if there had been a car accident near the town, someone would have noticed. Someone wanted to keep this a secret. The doctor was just part of it. But who could be behind all this? And what could possibly be the reason to go through so much trouble? Those are not even the big questions. If this is true and the real Jorge Santos died that night 5 years ago, what the hell is that boy they found? Quickly, open that most recent file. A report of the examination the doctor did to the boy when he came back. The journalist took a few seconds reading a long file filled with text and the results of different analysis. It seems the doctor was as surprised as us when the father brought the boy to his office. Apparently, the blood analysis proved that the boy has the same exact DNA as Jorge Santos. Damn, I've always heard crazy talk about the government conducting illegal cloning experiments, but I thought it was nonsense. Keep reading, please. Go to the section Psychological Evaluation. Apparently, the last thing that boy remembered was the car accident. His memory of everything before that was perfect, even to the smallest detail. He knew as much about Jorge Santos as the real one. It was as if the time hadn't passed for him. He also mentioned some sort of dark, winged creature that attacked him and his mother, causing the accident. Oh no. I've heard about that creature before. My driver saw it as well. I'm not surprised you folks know about it. There's been all sorts of reports about sightings of strange things lately. I'm well aware of all that, but I've heard about it way before. It all started 5 years ago, just a few weeks before Jorge and his mom went missing. The lighthouse construction had been just recently completed, and since then, there had been strange rumors going on among the kids in our school. Some said they had seen a winged monster at night roaming around it, and that it was a real reason why the fish were disappearing. I thought it was silly, of course. Fish population was declining due to the pollution caused by the increased number of ships passing through. But Jorge wasn't so sure. That day, just hours before he disappeared, we had broken into the lighthouse to dispel his suspicions. We found nothing, of course. But I swear that while we were there, I felt nothing truly evil watching us. Something truly evil watching us. I don't know how to describe it. I became very scared, even if we were alone and in the middle of the day. That feeling came to me like a flash. A sudden and unexplainable sensation of dread. A phenomenon that many witnesses of the Fortean claim to have experienced just prior to their encounter. I was on the verge of having a panic attack, so we quickly left and each went to their house. Do you think that perhaps that creature, I don't know, got his scent and followed him? After he and his mom went missing or died in a car crash, all the rumors of sightings and strange events just disappeared. Maybe the monster just wanted to claim a victim. Whatever the case, it's obvious that the lighthouse is the source of all this. Years back, the strange sighting started when they built it. And now, it started again when that boy was found on it. We need to get in there. I'm sorry, but you will have to count me out of it. I can't help you on this anymore. What? You want to leave the investigation now that we're so close? Don't you want to know what really happened to your friend Jorge? Don't pressure her, man. But I'm really thankful for your help, but it's just too much for me. I need time to process all this. All these years I've been angry at Jorge, thinking that he had left me here without a word, wondering if he was all right. To think that he really was dead, I just can't keep on going. It hurts too much. I think it is better if I forget about it all and leave this cursed town for good. I wish you the best on bringing light to this whole deal, but my decision is taken. I'm out. I understand. I wish I could be wise enough to know when to let it go, but I just need to get to the end. Thank you very much for your contribution, and we will make sure your effort isn't wasted. Thanks to you as well. Although it was hurtful, I'm glad that now I know what really happened to Jorge all those years ago. I don't think we will see each other again, so it's time to say goodbye for good. Wait, before she leaves, should I give her the message that the boy asked me to pass to her? There's something Jorge told me. Jorge? I don't know what the hell is really going on, but there is no way that boy is him. Jorge died in a car crash 5 years ago. There's nothing the imposter can say that would change that truth. He said he was sorry for not being able to say goodbye. Perhaps I should go to say goodbye to him before leaving. She walked back home, eventually disappearing in the distance. You would never see her again. I hope she finds the peace she's looking for. Ahem. It seems now it's just you and me then, friend. We need to finish what we started. I can feel very close to the end of it. It's been a rough night, and this late it might not be safe to go to the lighthouse. So meet me there in the lighthouse during the day. I'll be waiting for you. Okay, well, we'll go back to sleep again. Yes, sleep until tomorrow. While waiting to fall asleep, you heard voices coming from the walls, whispering your name. But after an hour or so, the voices vanished. Perhaps it was all just a dream. You suddenly woke up when you felt something brushing against your skin. Ooh, creepy. When you tried to see what it was, you found nothing. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. The hotel lady had dark circles around the eyes. Stop looking at me like that. Yes, I barely couldn't get any sleep last night. I saw some kind of big bird through the window and scared the hell out of me. That journalist told me he would be waiting for me at the lighthouse. I should go there if I want to learn what's going on here. Hey, Alex. I wasn't on yesterday because I had a tooth pulled. The journalist was sitting in the nearby beach and waved at you as soon as you reached the lighthouse door. Good morning, friend. I'm glad you decided to come. Unfortunately, getting in won't be that easy. See by yourself. I already know, dude. I've tried to open it 3 times. Apparently, this place has been locked for years to stop teenagers from breaking in. So unless we find some way to enter, our investigation is doomed. But we've come too far to give up now. Somebody in this town must have the key to this place, but who? The lady at the hotel? Actually, I thought the same. You know, maybe she would want to show this place to tourists or something. So I asked her about it earlier today, and she told me she doesn't have it. In fact, she said that probably no one in the town has the key, since the lighthouse is operated remotely. But I think otherwise. Somebody in this town must have the key to this place. And why would the doctor have the key? Because he's respected in town? Come on, he's just the town doctor. It's not like he's some sort of authority. The journalist remained silent for a second, as if he was wondering if his idea was good or just desperate. Actually, maybe you're into something. There's no way that the doctor has the key, but he knows people who can get it. Remember the documents we saw with Leah the other night? He was one of the people that hid the news about the car crash 5 years ago. So he knows people in the high places. That's for some reason don't want any of this to be public. This means we can reach a deal. He gives us the key and I don't make the files public. That's blackmailing. Listen, we're not the ones burying the deaths of other people. We're the good guys here. But if we want to find the truth, we need to get our hands a bit dirty. I'll wait for you here. I think it's safer if he knows that you're a friend with the files that you have a friend with the files somewhere else. Go talk with him and get the key. Okie doke. I'll try. You've got some nerve coming here. Did you really thought you could steal from me and I wouldn't notice? That USB had sensitive files from my patients. I demand you to return it to me right now. I want something from you as well. Doctor's face betrayed a hint of anxiety. I don't see why should I negotiate with you. All you've is a worthless USB with some confidential medical files. Come on, you know well what's on that USB. Or you can drop the act. I've read the files. Doctor's eyes widened in fear. Wordless, ultimately, he let out a defeated sigh. Okay, what do you want from me? Money? I just want the key to the lighthouse. What? That's ridiculous. Why the hell would I have those keys? Ask your bosses. Tell them what's at stake. You have a death wish or something? Fine, I'll explain them what's going on and get you the keys of the lighthouse. But I'd watch my back if I was you. The politicians behind the cover-up are not to be trifled with. I'll bring the keys to your hotel as soon as I get my hands on them, okay? Just don't send the files to the press, please. Betray me and they'll see the light of day. I understand. I'll get you the key as soon as possible. Sweet. See ya, Doc. Okay, let's go back to our hotel. As soon as you walked in, the receptionist gestured to get your attention. You just missed the doctor. He was here waiting for you not too long ago. I hope everything's all right with him. He seemed really agitated and told me he was going to leave town and be away for a few weeks. Did he leave anything for me? Now that you mention it, yes, he did. A key. And I got the blackmail trophy. Nice. I asked him what did it open, but he snapped at me and said it wasn't any of my concern. He asked me to tell you that with this, you two are even. Well, if there's nothing else, I'll return to my task. Holy shit, there's 6 people in here. Okay, welcome everybody. Okay, let's go back to the lighthouse and unlock it and see what's in there. Maybe we'll find an alien. Maybe. Hello, pal. You got the key, right? Great job. I had some doubts on if the doctor was gonna keep his word. I should have trusted that you had everything under control. Anyway, let's not waste any time. Come on, open that door. My instinct tells me that whatever is inside will reveal what's going on in this damn town. With pleasure. Hey, I was wondering, perhaps we should do this at nighttime? After all, the entity has only been seen at night. Perhaps you're right. Let's come in later. I think that's the best decision at night. We increase the chances of finding the true cause of what's going on. But I mean, I don't want to sound pushy or anything. It's up to you to decide when we go in. Don't worry, whatever you choose, I've got your back. We're leaving. We're going to go back to sleep until nighttime, and then we're going to come back at nighttime and go in there. And hopefully the Birdman's there, which would be really freaking spooky. Don't say nothing to me, lady. Sleep until dark. Tried to sleep, but it wasn't easy because you couldn't get rid of the sensation of being observed. Alright, lighthouse is working. Now we can go. Immediately after you woke up, you thought you saw two big red eyes looking at you from the window. When you checked more carefully, you realized that it must have been some car lights coming in from the street. No, I think it's the Birdman. Or the Mothman. The lighthouse just started working. It's a beautiful sight. Good for you. See ya. Let's go to the lighthouse and unlock it. And the lighthouse works every night, lady, so why'd you just tell me about it now? Be careful. We don't know what might be inside. Don't care. The lock gave way as the key slid in easily. You turned the handle and stepped inside into the darkness beyond. The inside of the lighthouse was nothing but a spiral staircase that led to the top. Upon reaching the top of the lighthouse, you were met with an unsettling mood. But despite the feeling, you soon realized that there was no danger. Hey, can you lend a hand with checking out this place? What we're looking for, whatever it is, must be here somewhere. You scoured the place with the journalist for anything strange, but came up empty-handed. I don't understand. I was totally convinced that here at night we would find the winged man. Just like that time. Then he abruptly fell silent, realizing he had said something he shouldn't have. Just like that time? What time? What? No, I meant, tell me what's going on right now. I guess there's no point on trying to keep the secret. The truth is, I've not been completely honest with my reasons for trying to find this entity. Yes, I have seen the winged man before, when I was a kid. It's a bit of a long story. Do you really want to hear it? It can be useful for this case, so yes. It was a long time ago. I was just a kid. Night had fallen, and I was out in the backyard with my little sister, killing time until our parents returned from work, just like any other night. I was goofing around with a stick I'd found, pretending it was a sword, and teasing my sister with it. She hated it. At one point, we reached out to grab it for me, and accidentally cut her hand on a sharp edge. She started crying, and that's when we saw it, a dark figure hovering above us, like a spot of pitch-black darkness in the middle of the starry night, headless, making no sound. The winged man. Then, my sister suddenly collapsed on the ground, motionless. I thought she had passed up. You mean passed away? But she never woke up. When my parents rushed her to the hospital, we learned that she had suffered a brain aneurysm, and to this day, she remains in a coma. Both my parents and the psychologist dismissed my story, said it was just a fabrication of my imagination, created to cope with the traumatic event. So I moved on as best I could. I lived my life, I went to college, I got married, and eventually I started to work as a well-regarded newspaper. However, years later, I heard stories that others had seen the same entity. Many just attention-seeker liars. But the description of the winged men were just too similar. There had to be some truth to it. I became obsessed. All my time and energy went to research every report of the ringed man. I started to miss days at work so I could visit the places where the witnesses lived. I barely was home. It wasn't long until I got fired and my wife asked for the divorce, but I didn't care. Finally, I was free to go work to a trashy magazine where I could focus on researching the sightings of the winged man. Because if I can find it, if I can understand what it is, then perhaps I can bring my sister back from her coma. That was 9 years ago. 9 years of going from place to place, always to hear that the sightings stopped weeks or months before I arrived. This is the closest I've ever been to seeing the winged man again. I was so convinced it would appear. No sense on keeping lamenting over it, I guess. As he spoke, the journalist leaned on a rusty railing. Ouch, damn it! Suddenly he withdrew his hand in pain. You realized he had accidentally cut himself on something sharp. Of course, it wasn't just the night. And then the atmosphere shifted, and an overwhelming sense of fear took hold of you like never before. My sister had just been cut, and the boy's mother had been beaten. It is here! Ah! Is it coming back? At this pace, it will bring this whole place down. Yeah, we gotta go. He tried to open the door to escape, but it was locked. Damn it, we're trapped in here. Okay, we'll turn the light on. That was a Mecklen lighthouse beacon. Perhaps I can create a flash of light to scare the thing. Oh my god. Maybe I can fix it? Okay. That is bright. Holy crap. The machine emitted an eerie sound before shutting down, plunging you and the journalist into near complete darkness. I don't see that thing anymore. That sudden burst of light must have scared it off. That was smart. For a moment, I thought we were goners. I got Monster Slayer trophy. Although, I can't shake the feeling that there's something off about all this. Well, I guess that's not important right now. Let's focus on getting out of here. Yeah. To your surprise, the door swung open easily. Huh? That's strange. He descended through the stairs, heading to town. You and the journalist ventured forth to the town, and the journey took longer than anticipated. It was hard to find the right path in the darkness that enveloped everything now that the lighthouse wasn't working. The journalist maintained an unsettling silence throughout the trip. It was obvious he wasn't in the mood to talk. But finally he made it to the town's plaza. I believe it's time for us to go our separate ways for the day. Sorry if I don't want to talk right now, but I always thought that the day when I met that entity again would be the day that I would get all the answers. And I would get a chance to make my sister wake up from coma. It's ironic that after everything that has happened, I'm back here where I started, and more clueless than before. I guess I need some time to process everything that we've gone through today. Let's speak again in the morning. He walked into the hotel, leaving you alone with your thoughts. The plaza was silent and peaceful, devoid of the fearful unease that had gripped it before. You felt a sensation of relief as the feeling of being constantly watched by unsettling shadows had disappeared. Does this mean I'm finally safe? Maybe. You were so tired that you walked directly to your room and fell asleep in your bed almost immediately. For the first time in a long while, you slept peacefully without any of the terrifying nightmares that had plagued you lately. The tranquility of your restful sleep was briefly interrupted by a distant noise and vibration in the walls, but it quickly subsided. So you quickly fell back asleep until the sun rose. Took me quite a while to wake up. I wonder what time it is. I wonder what time is it? The sun was shining brightly that morning. The light poured in through the window curtains, casting a warm glow over the old, worn furniture. Even though the room wasn't in a good shape. God, this grammar's horrible. Somehow it felt more cozy and inviting than in days past. Okay. You headed downstairs to the lobby. Oh my! How is something like that even possible in these days? The hotel lady appeared quite agitated that morning. You felt something was amiss. But she attempted to hide any signs of distress as soon as you walked in. Good morning, dear. By the way, you did meet the reporter who was staying here, I believe. Yes, he's my acquaintance. Oh, I thought so. He left early this morning and won't be coming back. He asked me to convey his apologies for not being able to bid you farewell in person. Let me know if I can help you with something else. Did he say why he had to leave so fast? Not really, but he seemed quite distressed. Actually, I overheard him talking to someone on the phone earlier today. It seemed that his sister died last night. Poor guy. Did he leave any other message for me? Actually, yes, I almost forgot about it. Before leaving, he asked me to tell you something a bit strange. It all was a big joke for their amusement. Cryptic, isn't it? I wonder what he meant. Let me know if I can help you with something else. Nope, I'm good. Oh, and there's something else. Today, I advise you not to go anywhere near the beach. They're still looking for bodies. For bodies? What do you mean? You haven't heard? Well, see for yourself. She pointed to a nearby TV. Fatal accident at sea. Back to our aerial view of the tragic situation as it continues to develop. For the viewers that just joined us, before sunrise, a cruise ship was collided with a reef. Rescue teams are on site, trying to locate any survivors. Witnesses have reported that the local lighthouse, which should have been indicated the reef's position, was off for reasons unknown. So far, the main cause seems to have been an electrical failure of sorts. There were no signs of sabotage or vandalism. The scale of the disaster is currently unknown, but more than 50 dead bodies have already been found, and it's estimated that over 100 passengers were still missing. Shit. You departed the town several hours later and returned home. Your life returned to normal after that. Nothing out of the ordinary happened to you ever again. But in the years that followed, you often recalled that moment at the hotel watching the news. You recalled the thought that had struck your head with an unshakable certainty. There was no meaning to anything that happened. This is what they wanted all along. Case closed, trophy. The end. Really? Yeah, that was it. Press anywhere to be gazed by dark entities? Okay. Oh. Well, that's the end of It Could Happen to You. So tomorrow we'll start a new game, and it'll be called A Shady Side of Me. And it's a cute but dark game like I've been playing lately. So I hope you all come and hang out and join me, chat, have some fun. So I hope you guys enjoy your evening. Thanks for hanging out. My name is Sirius Graves. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell your friends to do the same, and tomorrow we'll begin a new game, A Shady Side of Me. Have a good one. Bye, Alex. Bye, everyone.